Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what 2K did with the auction house yesterday that was supposedly unintentional, but we'll see. Fingers crossed it'll be addressed, and they said it is going to be addressed. So 2K's been screwing with the auction house. I want to speculate why. I want to talk about what happened yesterday and the fact that they are fixing it, which is good. Communication is good, but just kind of an auction house discussion video in today's video. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So 2K added a feature yesterday that basically makes your MT pinned if you put a bid onto a card, and then you basically have to sit on your MT for a significant chunk of time, like 30-40 minutes, before you get your MT back. It basically makes your bids pinned. And so I'm going to see if there's a card I can get outbid on. We're going to try bidding on this LeBron, and hopefully I get outbid. I don't want to win this bid right now. See, my bid is not higher than the current bid. So unless they have fixed this already, they have not. Okay, so this is something that will be fixed, but it has not been fixed yet. As y'all see, I will get my MT back eventually, but right now I cannot go into auction outcomes and unclaim that bid. You know what I'm saying? I can't get that MT back right now. It's basically that MT is locked in pending for the next 20, 30, 40 minutes, which is fine because I'm not planning on buying a card or anything like that for the next 20, 30, 40 minutes. But this change, 2K did come out and say last night that they are, let's see, this is the exact tweet that they posted, or the message they posted in their Discord. I'm sorry. It says, "We are aware in some cases, MT points from auctions where players have been outbid are not available to redeem immediately, and we are working on a resolution. Thanks for your patience." My question is, and this is exactly what I tweeted last night, how is this unintentional? Baffled by how this issue arises unintentionally, but at least they're communicating about it. And before that, I tweeted about whether it was intentional. Would love some communication. They did wind up communicating about it, which is good, because it does exactly what I said. It removes the ability to bid on cards, basically overall, if you don't have much MT, and it's definitely going to lower the market, but it locks people's MT up as well. Because, for example, if you are trying to bid on a big card, and then you bid on them, and you don't win, you don't get the bid, you get outbid, your MT is now pending for the next 30-40 minutes, and it basically leaves it there to where it's not accessible, so you can't go try to bid on another card. And so it limits the amount of MT that is available for bidding on cards, and it also lowers, I think, the market to a certain extent on these high tier cards. But at the same time, my thought is that it's kind of a test trial almost thing by 2K, where they're basically trying to find ways to prevent MT buying is kind of my thought, but I'm really not totally sure, because what they say right here is that we are aware in some cases MT points from auctions aren't available to redeem immediately. We're working on a resolution. That almost makes it sound like it's an accident. But my question is, how is this an accident? It's not an accident. There's no way it is. So then the question is, what is the plan here, and what are they actually trying to accomplish? And at the end of the day, the auction house has become something that's very complicated and honestly a bit annoying compared to previous years, the way that it's working right now. And I guess it's trying to stop MT buying, but MT buying has been happening. I mean, people are overbidding on diamond cards, for example, and they're buying MT by taking buyout diamonds and posting them and having them get bid up for 200K instead of 100K, for example, to buy 100K MT for a card that's right out of buyout diamond, for example. It's something we've seen over the past couple weeks with cards like Steve Nash and Scott Skiles. And I mean, I think I made a video talking about the PlayStation auction house kind of having been ruined at one point by this MT buying. And I'm not an expert on this stuff. I have bought no MT and I will buy no MT, so I'm not exactly certain what's going on. But in my opinion, I don't think it should be that complicated to stop MT buying. Why can't they just go in and ban the bot accounts that are doing these bids? I don't get how this is something that's insanely complicated. It seems like they don't seem to be able to really counter it. And this feels like they're just trying stuff, basically. But I could tell you what'll stop MT buying is better pack odds and cards that have, like, right now I'm not understanding what 2K's plan is and how they plan to address this throughout the year. I think better pack odds would stop MT buying, people actually getting rewarded for spending their money, and just directly banning accounts that are consistently participating in this type of stuff, because the MT is mostly coming from these Asian bot accounts where they have basically, from what I've seen, like rooms full of consoles that are all basically have scripts and are just playing the game. Bot accounts are just playing the game over and over again and making MT and all that type of stuff. And they're just playing 24/7. And then they're able to bid with MT on these accounts. And I guess this bid system is intended to prevent accounts from being able to bid back and forth on cards to bid up cheaper cards and stuff and to do this MT buying. But I really don't get it. And I don't know how. There's so many auction house issues, and it's fascinating to me how the cheapest diamonds are still, we're over a month into the game at this point, and the cheapest diamonds, you would think there'd be diamonds for 30-40K. There's diamonds for the 60s, but the mid 60s is the lowest that diamonds have gone all year. And I guess that's in large part contributed to by the exchanges, where you have these diamond hidden gem exchanges and stuff like that, so people want to complete them, and that does drive out the market. But I think it more so just has to do with the fact that there's so little MT, or so little supply of these cards, that there's just not enough cards to sustain a lower MT point for these cards in the auction house, because people are spending more MT than there is supply, I guess. Basically, it's just supply and demand, I think, at the end of the day. But I think the biggest, simplest fix for this would just be to improve pack odds. I don't think they're going to do that, but I think that is the simplest, easiest fix, and I think it's the right fix if they were really trying to address the issues that are in this game right now. But it doesn't seem like 2K has much interest in actually fixing the experience of the player for the most part. They're just more interested in making money, and then I would have thought they would have had a better system in place to try to prevent MT buying than this escrow system that is without a doubt flawed. I mean, we've seen people whose snipes have gotten canceled and stuff, and cards being intentionally properly bought. Like, I've tried to buy a Scottie Pippen a couple weeks ago, right before King of the Court, the first weekend that he came out. I tried to buy a Scottie Pippen for like 800K MT. I won the bid, and it got canceled. And that's something I've seen happen to other people as well. There's just issues with the auction house, and I'm glad they're fixing this bidding issue, because it's annoying to place a bid on LeBron, for example, or whatever card. If I'm trying to buy a Giannis and I place a bid on a Giannis, and say there's two ending in close succession, two cards back to back that I want to bid on that are ending within 15-20 minutes of each other. Let's just go look right now. Say I wanted to bid on this Giannis and then this Giannis. I bid on this Giannis. If I had the 803K MT that I had, because I had more than that right when I started, I could bid on this card. But if I don't win the bid or have the leading bid, then my MT is pending and I can't get it back. So then I can't go bid on another card. So it's screwing up the user experience for the player without really fixing the issues that are there. And I just don't understand why we don't have a better system and a more capable system to stop the problems in the game without breaking the user experience. It's honestly the same thing that's happened with shooting this year to a certain extent. I mean, now there's a rhythm shooting massive thing on Xbox with Elite controllers and stuff that's making rhythm shooting OP. It's just dumb, man. I don't know. 2K's in a spot right now where I just don't think the game is in a great spot at all. And I have a hard time knowing what the fix is going to be for a lot of this stuff, because yes, they've done a better job across the board with content as of late for the most part, but there's just problems that continue to arise. And then stuff like the Triple Threat Park event they did this week, where you just don't get rewarded with what they said that you were going to be rewarded with. Basically no diamond hidden gem, just mediocre rewards, unsellable 10-pack boxes with terrible odds, all that type of stuff. It's just, the game's still not in a great state, and it's frustrating, and stuff like this just continues to exacerbate that frustration in the community, and I wish they could do a better job. So with that being said, that's where I'm going to end the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.